Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Hisui Cup today, and let's see if we can figure out this team. We're going to be using the Gastrodon paired with the Drapion and the Spiritomb in the back. So pretty decently here. We got the Gastrodon versus the Empoleon. They swap into their Spiritomb. Spiritomb is going to be able to get the move off here. We are just going to shield this one and look for a lot of energy. We throw this earth power here, anticipating a shield, and then we're going to switch into our Drapion. This Drapion is going to be able to tank a move. They go for the rock side, so nice play by them. You're going to fire off this Aqua Tail now. This will KO the Spiritomb, or it's going to get a shield. And now our opponent comes back in with their Empoleon. This Empoleon here tanks the crunch, and now they're about 50% health. We have to be able to get to a move here. This Empoleon throws energy, and we are just going to allow this to go through. And then we have the opposing Shadow Palkia. This Shadow Palkia is very, very fragile, and luckily this Spiritomb is bulky enough that we can pressure this end game here, and they have no chance to farm us down. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game with the Spiritomb in the back. Interesting team they had with the Steel and Dragon. We appreciate the Shadow Palkia pick, but as you can see, it was very, very fragile. Okay, here we go again with the Gastrodon versus the Spiritomb. This time we're going to try to catch a move. Let's see if they throw the Shadow Ball. There it is. We do catch the ineffective Shadow Ball, and now we are going to have Crunch incoming. This is not going to KO, but they end up using a shield. We are just going to let this one go. They actually go for the Wild Charge. Is that an indication that they do not have Swift? So they might have Grass Knot? Okay, we shield there just in case it was a grass move, but they were debuffed and they decided to dip out of there. And now we have energy to throw at this Munchlax. This Munchlax is an interesting pick. We are going to be able to get to another Earth Power. They decided to just call the move, but we actually added. And our opponent here is going to have to use a lot of energy. Rock Tomb is going to get used. We get the farm down. They still have a shield, but it's relatively low. And we're going to be able to debuff them now. They have to use a shield. And Spiritomb is going to take it out. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game. I'm not sure at this point still if they even had a second move on their Electrode. It might have just been single move Wild Charge, but hard to tell. Next, we're going to have a horrible lead here, but we have two decent answers for the Drapion. So we're going to swap out and throw in good timing here. This Crunch will do significant damage or get a shield. There is the shield. And then our opponent here is going to throw energy. Icy Wind is used, and then they come in with their Gastro. So we were going to get farmed down by this Gastro anyway, so we gladly will take this situation, because not only do we get some chip damage, but now our own Gastro could avoid most of that Spiritomb. And we're going to try to catch a normal move here, and we do end up catching the Body Slam. So 2 shield Spiritomb. Is it going to be enough to win the game? Ooh. Okay. Looks like our opponent either lagged out or gave up. I guess they realized that their rollouts and all their moves are going to take them too long, and we are just going to be able to win this game purely on fast move pressure. Plus, we do have 2 shields, so in my opinion, I think we still would have won, but our opponent here definitely lagged out. So GG's to our opponent. Looks like the Spiritomb was the key to victory there. Against that Drapion in the back, it would have dominated anyways. And against the Licky, we had the shield advantage. Plus, we were going to be able to debuff them so much that I don't even know if a Shadow Ball would have been enough to take us out after our rock tombs. All right. Next, we're gonna have Gastrodon versus the Electrode. This Electrode is staying in, and they did build up to Grass Knot, so we are gonna respect it. Or Energy Ball, excuse me. Energy Ball is gonna get used, so now we know they have Energy Ball. We are gonna apply the pressure now. Our opponent does throw a move here. Another Energy Ball is used, and we do catch that move. And look at that, we have a Shadow Dialga. This Shadow Dialga tanks the Crunch, and they cannot stay alive. We actually Poison Sting them down. Okay, another Shadow Dragon. So kind of a cool team here, the double Shadow Dragons. But you can see just how fragile these dragons are. But shout out to them for trying this out. Maybe a little bit more bulk to this team might work. But you can see this Gastrodon is just having a field day. One Body Slam does like 50% right there. That's kind of insane. And now this Spiritomb is just gonna sweep the entire backline. So GG's to our opponent. Maybe if they use like Empoleon double Shadow Dragons, maybe that's playable. But you definitely need something more bulky for those two Shadow Dragons. Okay, now we have Gastrodon versus the Electrode again. So Electrode's on the rise, and we see a Samurott. Okay, Samurott is gonna throw a move here. Oh, ends up being the Icy Wind. So nice little bait by them. We are gonna throw the Body Slam, and at this point, we have to go for the farm down, right? So we are going to tank another Icy Wind. So we're double debuff, and we're just getting extra energy at this point. And then we're going to swap out into the Spiritomb. Spiritomb is going to get met when they swap out with their Electrode. Huge Wild Charge goes through. And we're going to fire off this Rock Tomb. They decided to just tank it. We are trying to figure out what we want to farm down with. We decided to go with the Drapion. But you can see right here, this Gastro in the back is just going to have too much fast move pressure. They know that they can survive that first move, so they let it go. Now we're going to be able to get one shield at least. And then we're going to combo play here. Let's see if we can get to 2 Body Slams, I guess. Okay, they actually are going to fire off this move. And I think this is Cap Tie. Can we win the Cap Tie? No. Unfortunately, we lose the Cap Tie there, and that's pretty much the game. Because this Drapion has no way to take down that opposing Gastrodon. So check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.